From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Meats and Grocery is much more than a grocery store. We carry a full line of quality meats, local and organic vegetables, and a large variety of fish, Green Mountain Smart Control pellet grills, and a full deli case of sandwiches and side dishes.
Good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Mike Kruger. This is your 6 o'clock in the morning update. And, before we get to the deeper dive forecast, let's get you through Kruger's Quickcast so you know what to expect as you're heading out the door and what to expect here for today before we really start diving into the forecast and getting the story behind that forecast. All right, so you're heading out the door this morning. You may need to grab that light jacket, especially in the mountains, but even in the valley, you're talking mid-50s. Now, it's mainly dry for most of us. There may be a few stray sprinkles, light showers, especially in the extreme eastern portions of Modoc County, extreme eastern portions of Lassen County, but otherwise a dry start to the day. And really the first half of the day should be dry for everyone. So again, you can see in the morning, maybe a few stray showers here and there, extreme east, but otherwise, we're talking mostly cloudy skies, increasing clouds through the morning hours. Now, may see a stray sprinkle, light shower trying to develop in places of Del Norte County around noon today, but the bulk of the rain is still off to our north. We got the leading edge of that storm system coming in, and that's what's going to allow us to eventually see some of those showers hitting the coast by around mid to late afternoon. We're talking about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We start to see northern Humboldt County, Del Norte, and even Siskiyou County seeing some activity here. We're seeing the leading edge of that, a few showers developing in northeastern Shasta County, but really the bulk of it is still over here. But in advance of that, in that flow, we may see some activity here in parts of Siskiyou County and northeastern Shasta County as well. Taking it 6 p.m. tonight, now, or this evening that is, there you can see some of the showers and thunderstorms developing in Siskiyou County, along the coast, and even Trinity County. Now starting to see some of those showers late in the day. We may see a few light sprinkles hitting Modoc County, but the bulk of that rain for Modoc County won't be here until tonight. In the meantime, we're beginning to see all of this shift southward because the main area of low pressure, the center of it, is still to our north, but we're still in that flow of the south part of that storm, meaning we've got the storms or the rain that is, and the thunderstorms moving from northwest kind of around that area of low pressure eastward. So we start to see more in parts of Shasta County, Tehama County, seeing some showers. At this point, most likely no thunderstorms, but we may eventually see a few thunderstorms developing late tonight and early tomorrow morning. So that's what it looks like through the day. And then eventually tonight, many of us are starting to see at least some light showers moving in. All right, so you can take a look at our forecast for today. Yeah, it's a dry day. Just call it partly to mostly cloudy. And even though it's dry, we're still got the cooler air in place. Temperatures a little bit warmer than yesterday, but basically in the mid-70s for most of us in the valley. We're talking 50s for most of the higher elevations and low to mid-60s along the coast. All right, so let's take a look at that 7-day outlook. And again, there's a story behind this 7-day, and that's why you want to stick around for the deeper dive forecast for that story. But really, the main trend you're seeing here long range, as we go toward the end of the week, temperatures are increasing, and on top of that, we're also looking at drier conditions entering the picture as well. Now, of course, for the coast, it's warming up too. It's just not going to be as dramatic as everyone else. Inland, we're back into the upper 80s through the weekend, upper 80s to about 90 for Weaverville, and even going into early next week. For Siskiyou County, some showers late in the day today, and then of course we're looking at those drier conditions. Now you'll also notice I've still got a chance in there for places like Susanville on Thursday. Again, we'll take a deeper dive, take a look at what we expect here as we go into Thursday, but warmer going towards the end of the week. All right, that is your Kruger's Quickcast. Now let's go into your deeper dive, and we start off with talking about the fact that the cooler and unsettled weather pattern, it continues. We're getting a bit of a lull in the activity here through the first half of the day today, but then the next storm system begins to move in later this afternoon and tonight, and that's when we start to see more of a mix of clouds and showers and thunderstorms, at least through Wednesday. Now, we do have a warming trend this week. Yes, it is even a cold system moving in, but not as cold as the one that moved through yesterday. And that's why I do expect temperatures to slowly increase, but it'll be much warmer by the end of the week and this weekend. And we're talking low 90s for the valley by the time we do get into the weekend. Real quick look at the fires here. No changes really over the last week. Boise fire still at about 91% containment. Take it out to the Park Fire. It went back down to 98%, but now it's back up to 99% containment. And we take you out to the Bear Fire at 88% containment. So again, no changes there. So we take a look at the overall fire weather risk out there. And of course, the two main factors, a couple of main factors that we look at are the winds, right? So the winds, a little gusty at times, coming in from the south for the valley, off to the east here as we head into the eastern mountains. All right, so then we go into your Wednesday, not overall very windy, and the same story for your Thursday as well. A little bit on the breezy, gusty side here for parts of the coast, though. So the humidity, this is something that we typically talk about in the single digits and the teens for the valley. Well, we're well into the 30s. Now, we are going to see those humidity levels drop a little bit for Wednesday, but still higher than we typically see. And that'll be the case going into your Thursday, dropping back down at least into the upper teens. So we may start to see slightly higher elevated risk for fire, but overall, we don't have a whole lot to worry about when it comes to fires at this point. So you can see that there's a big area of low pressure right here. That's the one that's been impacting us over the last few days. It's finally scooting on out of here, and as it does that, we are going to be looking at that low pressure moving on out, and we're getting a bit of a break. This is the system that's approaching as we speak. It's going to bring us more clouds today and eventually showers late this afternoon and tonight, and this will continue to dive down to the south and move to our south, as a matter of fact. Now, the severe outlook for today, again, we're getting a lull in the activity. It looks like the chances for thunderstorms late this afternoon and evening, and then by tomorrow, the bulk of the activity, as you can see, is the southern portion of our viewing area. But we still could see some showers and thunderstorms late this afternoon for areas north of this green area here for today. All right, so late today and into tonight as well. So bottom line, we still have chances for thunderstorms in the forecast. And look at this, by Thursday, most of us are drying out, but parts of the northern Sierra will still see a chance for some thunderstorms here on Thursday as well. And you'll see that on the Futurecast. Now, I did put the footprint of the Park Fire in there because, we have to watch for that potential for some flash flooding in that area, especially if we get some thunderstorms developing in that area. But as we saw earlier, those showers are going to quickly move on out. So we're dry for the first half of the day for pretty much everyone under mostly cloudy skies. But we're seeing the leading edge of this area of low pressure begin to move in. So again, remember, just kind of give you a general idea, when you have an area of low pressure, it moves in a counterclockwise rotation. So we are going to be on that south side of that rotation, so it'll be moving in this direction here. You kind of see that? See how it's moving to the south and east. So 3 p.m. today, we could see the first chance of showers. Now, is it going to be as heavy as what we're seeing here? Probably not, but we could see some isolated thunderstorms in there. And then, of course, on the leading edge of that, maybe a few scattered showers east of that, but nothing over widespread here just yet. It's beginning to kind of spread eastward, though, late this afternoon and evening. So now Siskiyou County, even parts of Shasta County and Trinity County, beginning to see some of those showers and maybe a few isolated thunderstorms. That'll be the case for the coast. Maybe a light shower even for parts of Modoc County as well. Then we take into 10 o'clock tonight. You see how we're still seeing that flow, but what's happening is that flow starts up today to our north, and that area of low pressure itself is shifting southward. So we begin to see better and better chances for rain for everyone by late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Let's take you to tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. See how now we're seeing the flow of low pressure. So that low pressure is kind of centered over the valley, and we're seeing the storms doing this. They're kind of rotating in that direction here. So we're seeing this kind of moving in this direction. These are moving down into that direction. So it kind of gets a little confusing as far as you look at this. You go, well, what direction are the storms moving? Well, again, you kind of have to look at the area of low pressure and the flow around that. But bottom line, Saturday morning, chances for showers and even thunderstorms for pretty much everyone. I mean, that would even include the coast. But then the coast should dry out for most of the day on Wednesday. Now, what you'll notice here is the bulk of the activity is now to the east, but we could see a stray shower or thunderstorm for parts of the valley as we go into the early afternoon hours, say around 3 p.m. You see how those thunderstorms are getting awfully close to the valley. But also notice we're seeing some thunderstorms over the Park Fire. This could potentially bring us some flash flooding issues, and the main concern with that would be mudslides and debris flows that we typically see with these burn-scarred areas. But look at that heavy rainfall. Look at the thunderstorms as we head into Lassen and Plumas County. But as you look to the north and west, it's going to be drier because that area of low pressure is now scooting down to the south and east. So by 6 p.m., it's mainly to the east, Modoc County, Lassen, and Plumas counties, that's seeing the bulk of the activity. Now, there may be, around that area of low pressure, some of those stray showers and maybe even thunderstorms for parts of the valley. So that's something that's worth watching here for tomorrow. And then you can see that all shifts down to the south by 10 p.m. on Wednesday. Now look what happens on Thursday. We'll take you to Thursday morning. Not a lot going on at this point, but by Thursday afternoon, you can see the rotation around that low. We could see a stray shower or thunderstorm. Nothing widespread, but don't be surprised if you live in Lassen or Plumas counties and you maybe see a stray shower or thunderstorm Thursday through the day on Thursday. And then by Friday, it is completely out of here. So rainfall estimates, these are totally estimates. Don't take these numbers to be exact, but I do expect the bulk of the rain to be to the north and east and off to the west near the coast. But most of the coast, what you're going to see with rain will be late this afternoon, tonight, and early tomorrow morning. After tomorrow morning, that rain is pretty much gone. Now, I do expect to see at least some measurable rainfall for most of us in the valley, and if you get caught under a thunderstorm, it would be more than what you're seeing there. But bottom line, I do expect to see some measurable rainfall really across the board. For most of us, there are some of you that may dodge the bullet completely and not even see a drop of rain. But for the most part, you'll see at the very least a sprinkle. And if you're lucky, you get some heavier rainfall in there. But there you can see we do have the drier than normal conditions in the longer range once this storm system moves out. So we're between systems today. There's that area of low pressure moving to the north and east later this afternoon. This one is diving down to the south here. So you see how it's diving to the south of us. So by Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, it's down to our south, and then it moves to the south and east, and then eventually shifts eastward, and we dry things out entirely by Friday and through the weekend. Now what's happening is this. We've got this ridge of high pressure that'll be building in through next week. We've got a series of storms riding to our north, and what that will do is prevent this ridge from building very strong. Yes, it's going to be warmer. We're talking 90s in the valley, but we're not going to be talking triple digits just yet. However, as we do see this ridge of high pressure building here, we're talking some mid-90s for some of those daytime highs, maybe 95, 96. So it is getting warmer. So what's interesting is to start off this week, we're talking temperatures in the 70s, still technically summer. By Sunday, it'll technically be fall, and it's going to feel more like summer with those temperatures really starting to warm up. So Mother Nature not quite in sync with the seasons just yet. Take a look at that temperature outlook in the long range here, and we are looking at the warmer than normal conditions here for us here in Northern California. So there's the trend. You see how we're nice and cool today. First day of fall is Sunday, and that's when we really start to increase. So temperatures slowly increasing. Upper 80s by the end of the week, low 90s by the weekend, and could see some mid 90s by the time we do get into next week. So yes, it is going to get warmer out there, and of course drier too. Now looking at your wave heights, they should drop here for today, but as the next storm system approaches tonight and into tomorrow, we're going to be looking at those wave heights probably increasing. But there is a small craft advisory this morning, okay? By after 9 o'clock, that will be allowed to expire as the wave heights will start to drop a little bit here. But those winds will be from the southwest at about 5 to 10 knots. Here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures mid to even some upper 70s for your daytime highs. It's going to be dry through most of the day. There could be a stray shower late today, but the bulk of it will be tonight and into tomorrow. For the north coast, late this afternoon. Now to the south, Garberville, Alder Point, Rio Dell, Honeydew, Shelter Cove, most likely dry through a good portion of the day, but as you start heading north, these areas here are all going to see that chance for showers late this afternoon and into this evening here. Showers this evening. Early morning showers Wednesday, but most of that will be gone, and then it's beginning to warm up inland by the time we do get closer to the weekend. Your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast. Late afternoon showers and thunderstorms. That'll continue into tonight and a chance also into Wednesday, especially for the first half of the day on Wednesday, drying out and warming up for the end of the week. Your Modoc County neighborhood forecast. Mainly dry today, but later this afternoon, evening, tonight, we start to see that rain kick in. More showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday, and then drying out as we get to the end of the week. Your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast. It'll be dry through most of the day today as well, but tonight and especially tomorrow, you've got thunderstorms. And there will even be a chance for thunderstorms for places like Susanville, Westwood, Chester, Greenville. All of these areas here have the chance for thunderstorms and showers on Thursday even. But as you head out towards Fall River Mills, Mineral, Shingletown, Paradise, even Bernie, most likely all of these areas will be dry on Thursday. Let's take a look at your Valley neighborhood forecast to the south with temperatures in the mid-70s. So yes, a little bit warmer than it was yesterday, but not by much. Still a nice cool day. And then we've got that chance later this evening and tonight for showers and thunderstorms, and then another chance for tomorrow. But nothing widespread. We're talking 75 degrees for a high today in Redding, 75 for Palo Cedro, and 69 degrees for Lakehead. So there's your 7-day outlook for Redding. And you can see that chance for showers and thunderstorms again tomorrow. And then it's warming up and drying out by the end of the week. Upper 80s for Thursday, Friday, low to even some mid-90s by the weekend and early next week. That is your morning update. I'll be back at noon for your latest forecast.
At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too. Because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.